Right, this is a quick walk around video for a Honda Civic. This is very much the top of the range car. This is a 1.8 EX GT. As you can see here, finished in black with these upgraded Honda alloys. Car's in absolutely super condition. It really is. But I'll go around the car for you and try not to get the sun and my shadow everywhere because it's a lovely bright sunny day, not to complain. Lenses at the front, completely intact, no cracks, condensation otherwise in there. Bonnets of the cars, very good. Obviously, black car with, 49,000 miles on. There's odd one or two minor stone chips, but they are few and far between. I'm going to come down the off side of the car first, because it's out of the sun. Just see there, panel works absolutely mirror smooth, really is. Full set of Michelin tyres on this particular car with loads and loads of tread. Alloy on the front there in beautiful condition, just the tiniest little bit of curbing on the outside. But you can just see it's up there, very light actually, hardly, literally just touched on something. But as you can see there, panel work is pretty much mirror smooth. Hardly a mark to be seen anywhere on it. It really is absolutely stunning condition. Rear alloy, can't see a mark on that one at all. Come around the back of the car, got colour coded rear parking sensors as well as the parking camera on the GT models as well. It really is a very high spec car, but really isn't a mark to be seen there at all. And then near side of the vehicle, when I crouch down, you can just see the panel work there. There's absolutely no indentations at all on there. Rear alloy, again in beautiful condition. Panel work is crisp, very clean. Being a black car, of course, there's going to be odd tiny little marks somewhere on the vehicle. It's got to, I suppose, show it is used at some point, but very clean indeed. Final alloy, again, very good. It's just a minuscule amount of curbing over on the outside there, but very minor indeed. The whole car is in absolutely lovely condition. It really is. It's coming into the boot area, absolutely enormous boot on these Civics. As you can see there here, we've got the parcel shelves all intact there. They're all in very good condition. All the fabric surfaces are really nice, but they are colossal. You have to look at sort of a Ford Focus boot or an Astra or a Golf by comparison, see just how big these are. And of course under here you've got this kind of hidden stowage area, and there you've got the compressor and inflation kit which comes with the car. Obviously 60/40 fold on the seats, but yeah, absolutely enormous. Right, coming to the back of the car now. This car's in absolutely stunning condition inside. It really just looks like a brand new car. Back of the seats, which can take a battering from sort of kids' feet and otherwise, really just have got no marks on them at all. Door card on that side, apologise for the light, completely unmarked, and the leatherwork looks absolutely as brand new. It is in astonishing condition. It really is. Coming to the front now, driver's door card, as with the others, just looks brand new. Really does. Footwell area, again, all in beautiful condition. Obviously you get the electric adjustment for lumbar and side pad or wings on the seats. But the seat itself, again, just looks literally as new. It really is in fabulous condition. Likewise on the passenger seat there, just absolutely no signs of wear. I mean, literally as if no one's ever sat on the thing. And just to go up here, just to show you, obviously EX GT, so you get this lovely huge panoramic roof. If you want to close it, just flick of a switch there. Let's close take the light out, and then pop it back open there for you there. So just sat in the car now. Obviously engine's running as it has been all the way through the video. Just to show you there, we've got the, very importantly of course, the locking wheel nut key, which you'd normally find you haven't got about a year down the line when you get a puncture on the car, of course, and the owner's manual pack, and that includes the original sort of car manual and navigation system manual as well. So looking around the rest of the dashboard for you, just show you the near side door card again, just as new. Dashboard is completely unmarked. It's in absolutely pristine condition. It's literally as if it's just come straight out the factory. The owner of this car has kept it in beautiful condition. You can see there, sat nav fully functional. Pop it into reverse there, and you've got a lovely clear parking camera on the car as well, but all working exactly as it should. Further down, obviously climate control and electric heated seat switches as well, all in beautiful condition as well. Seriously high quality, of course. Gear lever and leather surround there. Again, to continue the theme, it looks pretty much as new. And then you've got your centre cubby hole there, which in this case has got the key for the car in there, because obviously it's keyless start on the EXGTs. And then coming across to my favourite part of the dashboard. Apologise, it's a bit darker. I've actually come into the shade because it's so bright outside. It glares off the plastics horribly when you try and do the videos. But wonderful dashboard, very, very high spec car, of course. Just to go across there so you can just see if I can for you. And we've got 49,562 miles recorded. And as you can see from the dashboard itself, engine's running, and there's no warning lights on the car at all, of course. Auto lights, auto wipers, multifunction steering wheel here. So you've got obviously cruise control on the top right, and then you've got your menu buttons on the left hand side for audio and other functions, and hands-free functions further down on the left hand side of the steering wheel there. But the car is genuinely in, it's, I hate to say, but inside certainly it's absolutely immaculate. The outside is in stunning condition as well, with only the odd minor mark to give light to the fact that it's done any miles at all. It really is wonderful. So finally, just to come under the bonnet, as you'd expect from Honda, beautifully presented engine bay. Simply brilliant engines, absolutely brilliant. Always sound a bit noisier on the videos, just because the way the microphone picks up any noises. But been very, very well maintained from new. Drives perfectly as you'd expect. But the longest lasting, most reliable engines in their class by a country mile. What should follow this video will be a road test of this very car. Right, this is a quick road test video for a Honda Civic. This is a 1.8 EX-GT. This is very much top of the range car. This particular one's registered MK62XNC, and mileage at the start of this brief road test is 49,554 miles. Reason we do the road tests is we just want customers to see our cars in operation prior to coming to see us. The internet is such that people are willing to look much further away from themselves than they previously were to buy cars. But as we all know, there's nothing more frustrating than spending 3 or 4 hours in a car to go and see something, only to find out there's a fundamental fault that the garage neglected to tell you about. On these videos, I am critical of the vehicles, so if there's something that's not right with the car, usually there isn't, but if there is, I do pick up on them and I do report back to you. The road test is also done on exactly the same roads and route that any prospective buyer will be test driving on, so I'd hope would be representative of what you should feel yourself, and you can see if what I've told you is true or otherwise. This particular car, it's been very, very well looked after. Really is a lovely example. But what I'll do is I'll go through the mechanicals, which kind of one by one, starting with the engine, which is a great place to start on this car. 1.8 VTEC engine, smooth as butter. It really is a lovely, lovely unit. This particular one starts absolutely instantaneously. There's no warning lights on the dashboard. Operating temperature's a third of the way up the gauge, which is exactly where it wants to be on the car. But it is a wonderful companion, hugely economical. Mid-40s to the gallon, very, very easily achieved. I mean, you've pretty much got diesel economy, but it's easily attainable. But what you've also got is a far less complex engine than a lot of modern turbo diesels. And these engines are, without doubt, the most long-lasting, durable, reliable engines out there, but on top of which they're one of the most charismatic, characterful in terms of kind of how they operate. Very sweet revving. You know, got that extra bit of punch with the VTEC at the top of the rev range as well. But as an example of one, absolutely perfect. It really, really is. It's a lovely unit. Engine obviously then feeds through clutch into gearbox. Clutch on the car, smooth as you like in operation, quiet. Bite point is exactly the right point on the clutch pedal travel, so all is in very, very, very fine order there. It, like the rest of the car, in all honesty, I could make this a very short video, just feels new. It really feels beautifully engineered, but as if it just rolled off the production line. Gearbox, again, not an ounce of wear in the linkage, nothing at all. It's got a beautifully defined gate, nice weight to it. It's a gearbox that rewards and doesn't bolt, doesn't get in the way of driving. It positively assists in sort of the drive of the vehicle and the kind of the fun you can have with these things. You know, obviously these gearboxes now, most of the time it's cables linking the gear lever here to the gearbox underneath the front there, and a lot of cars that means you get quite a vague, horrible gear change. This is quite the opposite. It's lovely. The quality of the synchro mesh is absolutely superb. On top of which the gear stick is mounted at exactly the right point. It's not too low, it's not too high, and it's only these fine margins between getting things right, and Honda got that absolutely spot on. They've also got the spot on the feel of the gear lever, which can be a very strange thing to put something like that in your hand, but because it's got a leather band around the top with this sort of pseudo kind of metal look in the middle of it, but it just feels nice. It feels classy. It just feels what it is, a beautifully, beautifully engineered car. Really sweet revving, pick up their pace so quickly. Going back to the car, the mechanicals, the things you want to check. Brakes on the car, absolutely rock solid brake pedal there, lovely bite point right at the top there, not over assisted, but there's no vibrations, no pulsing, nothing from it at all, and it pulls the car up nice and straight as well. Car tracks bullet straight, there's no wander on it at all. Steering has lost none of its tightness and tautness from when it was new. You know, it really has to be driven to be appreciated, this car, just how tight it actually does feel. Likewise, the suspension of the car, what I tend to listen out for is those really annoying secondary noises where you go over a bump and you hear sort of mechanical clanks. And that's usually little drop links or suspension struts just with a bit of movement in them. But this has got absolutely nothing at all. It's quiet, it's smooth, and very, very, very smooth riding actually. Just come back to that in a second, just quickly pointing out that just check the cruise control, all working absolutely perfectly. But yeah, the suspension, compared to the last generation Civic, which was always a very dynamic car, they had a firmer ride, which I actually quite liked, but this has lost none of the kind of the fun factor, but it has smoothed out kind of the rougher edges, you know, the sharper jolts that came through the car previously. It's a genuinely very, very comfortable, and it's got that premium feel to it, which I really love. It's also very, very quiet. You know, it's helped by the fact that the engine is such a sweet unit, and it's got plenty of oomph for the car. But what you've got is a car that, driving along here at sort of close to the legal limit, it's very, very quiet. Which brings me on to the next thing. That clearly means that the sunroof, because obviously you've got the big panoramic glass roof on this EX GT, windscreen, all the door seals are all in very good order, because there's no wind noise that shouldn't be coming into the car, so no wind hiss, whistles or anything like that. Looking around inside the car, it genuinely just looks like a new car in here. I love the dashboards. It's quite beautifully built. It really is a fabulously built car. Not a hint of a squeak or a rattle in here. Made out of very, very high quality materials. All this stuff up here now, soft touch, same plastics they used to use in the Honda Accord. Got this rubberized plastic, so it's got a nice sort of high quality feel to it. But I love the dashboard. You know, it's definitely a Civic 2-tier dashboard, which, you know, I go on and on about in the videos. I know I do, but I love it. But in this one, you've got this much better later system for the sat nav. Good old-fashioned sort of touch screen, nice and easy to use. Dual zone climate control and heated seats down there, and also you can turn the auto stop off if you want to as well. But what has to be felt, to be appreciated, is just the kind of the quality of the switchgear is absolutely brilliant, and knocks the Germans into another country in terms of just the, you know, the quality and the precision of those controls, and the durability of them as well. You know, the paint doesn't rub off in 2 seconds. You know, you jump in an older Audi or Volkswagen, you'll soon see what I mean by that. But it's the quality of construction, but the architecture as well of the dashboard is just, it makes it an interesting place to sit. It's a very natural driving position. It's huge, big windscreen, steeply raked, which gives you a really lovely view out of the front for safety reasons. But on top of which, you got this lovely high-up display for the speedo there. So that car coming towards me now, I can look at that, but at the corner of my eye, I can clearly see the speed I'm doing. So keeping a, you know, a check on the sort of points on my license, and also for safety reasons as well. But it works so well, it really does. Below that, we've got more conventional sort of binnacles underneath, with the centre one being the dominant rev counter, and all clear, legible, easy to use. And then we've got, there's lots of spec on the car. You've got auto lights, auto wipers, there's a multi-function steering wheel as well with audio top left, cruise control on top right there, and then you've got hands-free functions on the bottom left of the steering wheel. You've got an econo switch on them as well. You press the button there, and the nice green hue comes on the little side of the MPH readout, and that kind of encourages more economical driving, softens the mapping slightly of the engine. It does other various little bits which I don't really understand or know, or care to know really, because it actually makes a couple of miles per gallon difference at best anyway, so I tend to keep it on the fun side of things. But it all works absolutely beautifully. It is in fabulous order. You know, if you drove one with delivery mileage on straight out the factory, I don't think you'd drive any different to this thing. And it's a testament to just how beautifully made these cars are. And as I said, if there was something wrong, I would tell you. I do tell you, but it just happens on this car. There is nothing. Oh, there might be, so I'm going to check the windscreen wipers. They're a pate to mine if they're smeary, but no, they're absolutely perfect. Check the back one. Again, equally perfect. So wholeheartedly recommend it. But clearly, if I've missed anything on the video, then please don't hesitate. Do give us a call, and I'll happily answer any questions you might have.